a new quantum chip, and it's called Majorana 1.
Yeah.
And people are saying it could be like a total game changer.
Yeah, definitely a potential for huge leaps,
Yeah.
especially in fields like medicine or materials, science.
Yeah, even things like fighting climate change.
Exactly.
So we're going to like totally dive deep into this today.
Yeah, let's break it down.
Not just what the chip is, but why it actually matters.
Right? For all of us,
Yeah.
for everyone.
So before we go too crazy, let's just like start with the basics.
Yeah, for sure.
What is Majorana 1?
Okay, so at its heart, it's like the brain of a quantum computer.
Okay.
You know, what we call a quantum processing unit.
Right, a QPU.
Yeah, a QPU, exactly.
I've seen a bunch of articles talking about topological qubits.
Right.
And like this new state of matter. It sounds super complex.
It is kind of complex, but
Okay.
think of it this way. Imagine mixing two totally different things,
Okay.
like oil and water.
Yeah.
They don't mix, right?
Right.
But in this case, they do mix, and they make something totally new.
Okay.
That's kind of what's happening here.
Gotcha.
Combining materials to create this new state of matter.
Okay.
It's called topological superconductivity.
Topological superconductivity.
It's a mouthful, I know.
So new ingredients, new recipe,
Yeah.
new state of matter.
Right.
But what does it actually do?
Okay, so
It's so special.
it lets them control these special particles
Okay.
called Majorana Zero Modes, or MZMs.
MZMs.
MZMs, yeah. And these particles have a very unique property.
Okay.
They're super stable,
Stable.
which is a really big deal for quantum computing.
Hold on, stable. Why is that so important?
Well, one of the biggest challenges right now with quantum computers is that they're really fragile.
Okay.
The qubits, the basic units of information,
Yeah.
they're easily disrupted.
Oh, I see.
It's like you're trying to build a house of cards in a windstorm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, not very stable.
So these MZMs, these special particles,
Right.
they help make the qubits more stable,
Exactly.
less prone to errors.
Think of these MZMs like tiny little anchors
Okay.
for the qubits,
Gotcha.
making the whole system way more resilient.
Okay, I'm starting to get why this is such a big deal.
Yeah.
More stability means fewer errors.
Right.
And that means more reliable results.
Exactly.
But like, what does that actually look like?
Okay, so
In practice,
yeah, in practice,
what kind of problems can we solve with this kind of stability?
that's where things get really, really interesting.
Okay.
Imagine simulating the behavior of molecules
Uh-huh.
at an atomic level,
Okay.
something that's just impossible for even the most powerful computers today.
I'm picturing like scientists
Yes.
working on new drugs, new materials, all
Right.
kinds of crazy discoveries.
Exactly.
Because these qubits are so stable,
Yes.
we could build much larger quantum computers
Yeah,
with way more qubits.
right. Potentially billions or even billions.
Billions of qubits.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
That's insane.
I know.
What does a million qubit future even look like?
Right?
Can you give me like a concrete example?
Okay, let's take the problem of plastic pollution.
Okay.
Imagine a quantum computer that can analyze the structure of plastic
Uh-huh.
and design enzymes that can break it down
Okay.
at an incredibly fast rate.
But we're talking about like a solution to the global plastic crisis.
Yeah, but then
All thanks to this tiny chip.
it's pretty amazing, right?
That's wild. What else could we do?
Think about drug discovery.
Okay.
Right now it takes years
Yeah.
and billions of dollars,
So much money.
I know, to develop new drugs.
Yeah.
A quantum computer could simulate how different drugs interact with the body
Uh-huh.
at a molecular level,
Okay.
speeding up the whole process
Wow.
and potentially leading to cures for diseases.
So faster drug discovery.
Yeah,
Potential cures.
right.
It's like science fiction becoming reality.
It really is.
And this is all possible because of the stability.
Exactly. The stability is key.
Wow.
And the best part is this isn't just theoretical.
Okay.
Microsoft is already integrating Majorana 1 into their Azure quantum platform.
Wait, so people can already access this?
Researchers and developers can start using it.
Through the cloud?
Yeah, through the cloud.
That's huge.
It is.
It sounds like it could really accelerate progress.
Absolutely.
In all sorts of fields.
It's like giving scientists this brand new, super-powered tool.
That's a great analogy.
And the more people who have access to it, the more likely for it to see those breakthroughs.
Okay. I'm definitely seeing why this is such a big deal.
Yeah.
We've talked about the new state of matter.
Yeah.
These stable qubits and the potential applications.
Yeah, we've covered a lot.
But I'm still a little fuzzy on how it actually works.
Okay.
At a microscopic level, what's the magic happening inside this chip?
It's definitely complex.
Okay.
But I think I can explain it in a way that makes sense.
Okay.
Imagine trying to store information,
Yeah.
not as ones and zeros, but by weaving it into the fabric of reality.
Weaving information into reality?
Yeah, it sounds crazy, right?
Okay, you've got my attention.
Think of these MZMs as the threads of that weave.
Okay.
They're so stable
Yeah.
because they're woven into this topological state of matter,
Okay.
kind of like braiding a rope.
So it's like the information is physically protected by the
Exactly.
way these particles are arranged.
Yeah, it's a very clever way to build a stable qubit.
It sounds pretty ingenious.
It is.
And to manipulate that information,
Yeah.
we use these things called quantum gates.
Right, which are like logic gates in a normal computer,
Okay.
but they're designed to work with these braided qubits.
So instead of just flipping bits,
Yeah.
we're braiding and unbraiding these particles to do calculations.
That's a good way to think about it.
It's a completely different way of thinking about computing.
It is a paradigm shift.
And what's even more remarkable is that Majorana 1 is designed to minimize errors
Yeah.
without even needing super complex error correction.
Right, which is a huge challenge in other types of quantum computers.
So we have a chip that's stable,
Yeah.
scalable,
Uh-huh.
and potentially less prone to errors.
Yeah, that's the goal.
No wonder people are excited.
It's a big deal.
It sounds like Microsoft is really pushing the boundaries here
They are.
of what's possible with quantum computing,
Absolutely.
and the fact that they're making this tech available through the cloud.
Yeah,
That's a huge step
it is.
towards making it more accessible.
Democratizing quantum computing.
Yeah, exactly.
And making it available to a wider range of people.
This has been a fascinating dive
It has.
into the world of Majorana 1.
We've gone from the basics of what this chip is
Yeah,
to the mind-blowing potential it holds.
it's pretty amazing.
It is, and we've only just scratched the surface.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is just the beginning of the story.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just about, like, solving existing problems, you know.
Right.
This level of quantum computing power
Yeah,
could open up totally new avenues of research and innovation.
okay.
Things we haven't even thought of yet.
It's almost overwhelming to think about
I know, it's crazy.
all the possibilities.
Right.
Like we're standing at the edge of like a whole new world.
Exactly. A whole new world.
Okay, so how could this chip impact me?
Okay, so
Personal.
think about personalized medicine.
Okay,
Imagine a future where treatments are tailored to you,
okay.
specifically to your genetic makeup.
So instead of one size fits all,
Yeah.
we could have treatments that are customized
Exactly.
for each person.
With Majorana 1's computational power, doctors could simulate how different drugs would interact
Okay.
with your specific genes,
Interesting.
creating a personalized treatment plan
Wow.
optimized just for you.
That sounds like straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It really does.
It would be a total revolution in healthcare.
It would.
Yeah.
And it's not just about treating diseases.
Okay, what else?
Imagine designing new materials
Okay.
with specific properties,
Like what?
like superconductors that work at room temperature.
Wait, room temperature superconductor?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that completely change how we like generate and distribute energy?
it would be huge.
It would mean like a world with almost no energy loss
Yeah.
during transmission.
Yeah,
A huge step towards like a more sustainable future.
absolutely. A more sustainable future.
It's amazing to think this tiny ship
I know.
could have such a massive impact
It is pretty amazing.
on something as fundamental as energy.
Yeah, what other materials could we design, right?
Exactly.
Like ultralight materials,
Ah.
ultra-strong materials for building everything from airplanes to bridges.
Wow.
We could revolutionize transportation infrastructure, all sorts of industries.
Okay, let's be realistic for a second.
Okay, sure.
How long until any of this actually happens?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
It's hard to give a definite answer.
Right.
While Majorana 1 is a major breakthrough,
Yeah.
there are still challenges.
Okay, like what?
What's holding us back from having these quantum supercomputers?
Right.
Solving all our problems right now,
Yeah.
one of the biggest hurdles is scalability.
Okay.
While Majorana 1's design offers a potential path to millions of qubits,
Yeah.
actually building and controlling that many qubits
Right.
is a massive engineering challenge.
So it's not just about the chip itself, it's about the whole ecosystem
Yeah,
that needs to support it.
We need to develop new fabrication techniques,
Uh-huh.
control systems algorithms that can handle the complexity.
So it sounds like we're still kind of in the early stages
Yeah.
of this quantum revolution.
We are, but the progress is incredibly exciting.
Yeah.
Just a few years ago, a chip like Majorana 1 would have been science fiction.
Right.
Now it's a reality.
That's so wild.
And the fact that Microsoft is making this technology available through the cloud
Yeah.
means that more people can get involved,
Right.
accelerating the pace of innovation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The more people working on these challenges, the faster we'll see progress.
Okay, so we've talked about the potential benefits,
Right.
the challenges,
Uh-huh.
and the timeline.
Yeah.
But there's one more thing I'm curious about.
Okay, what's that?
The impact on jobs.
Oh, right.
Some people are worried that quantum computers will automate a lot of tasks
Yeah, I've heard that too.
that are currently done by humans.
It's definitely something to think about.
Yeah.
It's true that quantum computing could automate certain tasks.
Okay.
especially in fields like data analysis,
Uh-huh.
finance, and research.
So are we talking about like mass unemployment?
Not necessarily, while some jobs might be displaced.
Okay.
Quantum computing will also create new jobs
Okay.
and opportunities in fields like quantum software development,
Oh, interesting.
algorithm design, quantum engineering.
So it's more of a shift in the job market
Exactly.
than a complete takeover.
It's about adaptation.
Right.
The key will be developing the skills needed
Okay.
to thrive in this new quantum-powered world.
This brings up an interesting point about education.
Yeah, for sure.
How do we prepare the next generation
Right?
for a future where quantum computing is just everywhere?
Education is crucial. We need to start introducing quantum concepts
Okay.
at earlier stages,
Interesting.
from high school to university.
So no more avoiding physics class?
Yeah, no more avoiding physics class.
Quantum mechanics is about to become a hot topic.
It is. It's already happening.
Wow.
And it's not just about understanding the technical details.
Right.
It's about cultivating critical thinking skills,
Uh-huh.
problem-solving abilities,
Yeah.
and adaptability.
Right.
The skills needed to navigate a rapidly changing world.
It sounds like we need a fundamental shift
I agree.
in how we approach education
Yeah.
to prepare students for this quantum future.
Absolutely. It's an exciting challenge,
It is.
and it's one we need to embrace.
This has been an awesome conversation.
It has been.
We've covered so much.
We have.
From the technical details of Majorana 1
Right.
to the far-reaching implications for society.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
Right.
The field of quantum computing is evolving so quickly.
Yeah, it really is.
And I'm excited to see what the future holds.
It feels like we're at like a tipping point, like something big is about to happen.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Majorana 1 could be what takes quantum computing
Okay.
from theory and experimentation
Yeah.
to like real-world applications.
It's exciting, but honestly, it's also a little intimidating.
Yeah, I get that.
It's like we're on the verge of something so big.
Right.
It's hard to even comprehend.
It makes sense this technology has the potential to like fundamentally change how we live and work,
Right.
even how we think.
So where do we go from here?
Well-
What are the next steps?
One of the most important things is continuing research and development.
Okay.
We need to keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with quantum computers.
So bigger and better chips,
Yeah.
more sophisticated algorithms.
Exactly. All that good stuff,
And we also need to focus on making this tech more accessible.
right?
Microsoft's Azure quantum platform is a good start,
It is.
but we need to keep finding ways
Yeah.
to make quantum computing available to more people.
Researchers, developers, even students.
The more people who can access and experiment with it,
Yeah.
the faster we'll see progress.
Absolutely.
And alongside the tech advancements,
Uh-huh.
we need to talk about the ethical implications
Right, that's really important.
of quantum computing.
With any powerful new tech, it's important to think about the downsides
Yeah.
as well as the benefits.
For example, we need to make sure that quantum computing is used responsibly
Exactly.
and that we don't create unintended negative consequences.
It's like a balancing act.
Yeah,
We need to be optimistic about the potential,
right.
but also cautious about the risks.
I like that optimism and caution.
Yeah, a healthy balance.
This has been like an amazing deep dive
It has.
into the world of Majorana 1.
And quantum computing in general.
I feel like I've learned so much,
Yeah.
and yet I know we've only scratched the surface.
There's always more to learn.
So what's like the one big takeaway you want listeners to walk away with?
I would say this.
Okay.
Stay curious.
Stay curious.
Quantum computing may seem complex and intimidating,
Yeah, it can be.
but it's a fascinating field
It is.
with the potential to change the world.
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Exactly.
Explore online resources.
Talk to people about the future of this tech.
I love that. Stay curious.
Yeah.
And to our listeners, I would add,
Okay.
the future of quantum computing is being written right now.
It is.
And you can be a part of it.
Absolutely.
The more people who are informed and engaged,
Yeah.
the better equipped we'll be
Right.
to navigate all of this.
The challenges and opportunities of this quantum era.
Well said. And on that note,
Yeah.
we'll wrap up our deep dive.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us
It's been a pleasure.
on this incredible journey into the world of Majorana 1 and quantum computing.